All right, welcome everybody to the first couple of videos on our trip to Rio. The first couple, unfortunately, are going to be not all that exciting as we sort out the camera positioning, figure out when the cameras are going to run out of battery on us, and things like that. Um, this is the flight from Madison, Wisconsin to Peachtree, Georgia, which is just outside of Buckhead, which is just outside of Atlanta. Um, we also stopped along the way for fuel at Kilo Delta November Victor, which unfortunately I don't, Valdosa? Sorry, don't remember. It's late here. It's midnight in Georgia, and I'm trying to get a couple of videos out before we go to bed, so apologies if we sound tired and if you're not getting the depth of information that you usually get from our videos. But the paint looks fantastic from up here. Great view. We took off a little late today. It's Saturday. I think we took off around 4 p.m. We had Mary's had a really busy last month or so, and we really were only able to pack the plane and get the plane ready today, this morning. So we got up, did a bunch of laundry, finished packing clothes and things like that, and then headed to the airport and started loading everything up. And Mary will tell you more about how that went. And then got going. So around 4 p.m. we left. We just went VFR to Danville. I don't know. Gosh, I don't remember the name of the airport. Which was a stop about an hour and a half away, which we decided we wanted to stop somewhere where it's before sunset. The plane is very, very heavily loaded. We're near gross weight, and the baggage compartment is at gross weight. We are just under 100 pounds in the baggage compartment, which is the limit. And so our CG is fairly far rearwards. We're still in CG. We're still, sufficiently in CG and safe and all that, but it's definitely, the plane is definitely flying a little different. Definitely, especially when we're slower, we notice that we're pitched up a lot more than usual. So we wanted to definitely have the first landing in daylight so that we didn't bump into an easier time of that landing. So we stopped an hour and a half in, got some fuel, and made the sort of the go no go decision to, do we stay here, grab a hotel here, stay, and or do we keep going and see how much further we can get? So I had done a little bit of research. Our original plan was to make it all the way to Fort Lauderdale today, but that was not going to happen with the very late departure. We would have made it to Fort Lauderdale. Oh, look at the light changing and the hexes. Oh my gosh. If we had left in the morning, we could have made it to Fort Lauderdale, but we didn't, so we didn't want to push it. So I had looked at Atlanta, the Atlanta area, as a possible stop for today, overnight for today. So that's what we did. We looked at it and I was like, okay, if we keep going, there was 2.5-ish hours left to go to Atlanta, and we weren't tired. We were, of course we were a little tired, but not like we shouldn't do this. So we decided to keep going, and we took off. I filed IFR for this one because I figured nighttime, cross country, it's pitch black, not a lot of lights below us for most of it. So filed IFR. You notice we sat at the threshold of the runway for a little bit. They had us holding for some traffic, and actually I think they forgot about us. So we took off and on our way to just north of Atlanta, Peachtree. Fairly easy flight, 2.5-ish hours, just chatting along the way and listening to music. and planning out what the rest of the next couple of days are going to be. So we're overnighting here in Peachtree right now. We're at a very nice Hyatt. I travel for work. You guys have probably heard or noticed in some of my other stuff. There's some noise back here. So I get a lot of Hyatt points. So I'm using my Hyatt points to help out with this trip. So using some hotel points and staying at a really nice Hyatt, had some dinner. And so the plan for tomorrow is to get up early, get out by 8, take off by 9, to be in Fort Lauderdale as fast as we can. Fort Lauderdale, I believe, is about 3 hours and change from here at 150 knots. So we're going to head to Fort Lauderdale and do the rest of our flight planning there for the Bahamas, and then we're going to cross, and we're either going to do Stella Maris and spend the night in Stella Maris, or we're going to do Georgetown, the Exumas, because I have a friend and coworker who is there right now, and it might be interesting to just hang out with them for a few hours or overnight. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Get up early and keep going and make it into the Bahamas, but not too far. We are still on track. We still have left with plenty of time to go, so there's no concerns about missing our landing permits or anything like that. We still got tons of time, so we're good there. We're not gonna rush. We're going to try and enjoy the starting to become warm weather. So you can see us lining up for the Peachtree Airport. It's really hard to make out the runways and the airport in this light because there's so much light pollution. There's so much light, and there's the runway. There are 3 big FBOs at this airport, and we called around, and this one, they were all very nice, but Epps had the best price for a small aircraft, so we decided to go with them, and they were very nice to us. Please subscribe, follow along. We're going to try and do a video a day if we can. But yeah, you guys have a great night. I'm going to bed.